This weekend marks Ukraine's Independence Day, and here in the Tampa Bay area, local communities are holding celebrations and services to honor the occasion. Many Ukrainian refugees now call Tampa home, and their stories of survival and hope continue to resonate.
Tampa Bay 28's Keely McCormick joins us live in studio this morning. And Keely, you spoke to one woman who fled the war and found safety right here in Tampa. You listened to her story. What did you find out?
Hey guys, good morning. It was a heart-wrenching conversation filled with raw emotion and loss, but also hope. The woman I spoke to escaped the war in Ukraine and came to Tampa to live with her daughter and grandchildren. Her daughter served as our translator, and together they walked me through the horrific journey. Valentina Chuprina fled Ukraine in 2022. She left behind her home, her neighbors, her life to escape the violence that was unfolding in her city. She described the sights, the sounds, and the terror. She says those memories will never leave her. Now she sings in a Ukrainian church choir, searching for healing in the community that welcomed her. Valentina's daughter, Tatiana, has been living in Tampa for years now and coordinated her mother's escape to Tampa.
It's very emotional because my mom was there. She just got hip replacement, and she was laying down. She could not walk. She could not do anything.
The mother-daughter duo explained to me that Valentina traveled out of her city in a caravan under fire. Tatiana translated for us, saying Russian troops were shooting at vehicles around them. In Tampa, from Tatiana's perspective, she was terrified because for 14 hours, she heard nothing from her mother.
She had the phone, but everything was shut off. And miraculously, Apple Watch connected to somebody's internet. And I was looking on my phone, her location, and I saw that she's moving like 10 hours later. And I'm like, oh my God, they are alive, because I haven't heard from her for 14 hours.
When Valentina's plane finally touched down in Tampa, Tatiana ran to greet her.
They roll at my mom on a wheelchair. She looked so bad and so, it wasn't her. And when we saw her, I gave her a big hug, and I see so much pain in her eyes, and I see what she went through.
Valentina left everything behind in Ukraine, including the home where she raised her children. It was later destroyed in a bombing. Today, these two stand together, grateful for the support they've received from the American people and their neighbors right here in Tampa.
Right now, very thankful for the President Trump for willing to negotiate peace with Ukraine, President Zelensky, and European leaders.
And she's not alone. Many in Tampa's Ukrainian community share that gratitude and same desire for peace.
I hope we're on the right path.
Natalia moved to the U.S. at age 21, but many of her family members are still in Ukraine. She tells me she hasn't seen her father in years.
My father cannot leave. He refuses to leave. He refuses to leave our house.
Despite the pain, Natalia and Tatiana are taking action together. These two have been working hard to organize protests, community events, and even travel to D.C. to meet with Congress. They're pushing for peace and hanging on to hope as they prepare to celebrate Ukraine's Independence Day this Sunday.
Keely, you spent a lot of time with these women. You looked at their photos, you heard their stories, and we understand you did not leave that house empty.
Yeah, absolutely. They wouldn't let me. They were so kind to me. Valentina is the mother. She's 76 years old and doesn't speak a word of English, and I don't speak Ukrainian. Like I mentioned earlier, her daughter was our translator. If you've ever used a translator to talk, you know the conversation is slower. Sometimes it's harder to connect. But that wasn't the case for us, and I could feel her gratitude through that conversation. She started off by thanking my photographer and I for listening. Then she thanked the American government and the people right here in Tampa. And before I left, she gave me a big hug and handed me a massive chocolate bar. Even without a common language, there was compassion, gratitude, and connection.
A lot of kindness.